So the other day I was working with a production student and we had to record bass guitar, and the bass we were using wasn't the greatest, and there were several problems in the mix we had to fix. So I want to show you how we did that today. And also, this is a general overview, almost like a checklist you can go through when you're recording the bass and mixing the bass to get the best sound. Let's jump in. Hey, before we jump in the video, I encourage you to download my free 5-step home recording guide to getting pro sounds from your home studio. What this is basically an overview of how to set up a simple home studio, get really good sounds, and then an overview of what you should do in order to record your first song. So you can get that by clicking the link in the description below. Okay, so I'm going to play the tracks and see if you can listen and hear which one is the original bass and then which is the bass that we fixed. So I'm going to play them both. Here's the first. Okay, now here's the second. Okay, could you hear the difference? So the second one was obviously the one that we had fixed. Now this is the steps that I went through. The first thing, you can see these little lines here, is that we actually tuned the bass. If your bass is out of tune, there's nothing worse than that because everything that sits on top of it is going to be out of tune. So we just put it through Melodyne. Once you're in Melodyne, you can select everything and then you go over to this tool up top and you push drag the pitch center to 100%, and that will just pull everything in together. So that's what we did. It wasn't too terribly bad, but there was some intonation issues in the bass, so we had to fix that initially. Okay, so the second thing that we did was to add some Pro EQ to fix some of the frequencies that were problematic. I just rolled off from about 50 hertz, down to 0. So basically this low end muddiness that you really can't hear anyways, we rolled off. And then there was this frequency problem around, 150 hertz. And what's really cool about Studio One is that you can actually solo that out and use the keyboard here, and the song is actually in the key of E, so this E frequency was kind of ringing for some reason throughout the whole thing. So let's solo this out so you can hear that. You hear that? And then we were able to just drag it down, so to take it out. So that was the second thing that we did. Okay, the third thing we did was to add a compressor. And basically the reason that we chose this compressor is because he was playing some of the notes on the bass quietly and then other ones were more pronounced. So we had to kind of smooth it out, so bring up the level of the lower notes and then bring down some of those level of the higher notes. So the way we did that is we lowered the threshold quite a bit, down to about -30 dB, and then set the ratio to 1.8. So it's not a super drastic ratio, but it's enough where it does bring down those notes. And then also we set the makeup gain to 6 dB. Okay, so let's listen to it. This is with the compressor, without. So you can hear that some of those notes were just not really articulated very well. So we had to bring those up with the makeup gain. The next thing that I wanted to do is to kind of fatten up the bass tone. So we did this using a splitter tool. It's in Studio One. It's really cool. All you have to do is open up the splitter and then just drag it into anywhere you want in the mix. So we dragged it right to here. And then on one side, we put a red light district, which is their distortion. We added a little bit of distortion on the bass, not a ton. And then on the other side, we applied about 50% to the fat channel. And this is a compressor. And what it does is it changes the tonality of the bass. So let's listen to that. This is with the fat channel. And here's without. So it just warms it up a little bit, I find, when you add a little bit of distortion. Let's try the fat channel now. Again, the fat channel is mostly for a color. That's what I'm kind of going for. We've already compressed the sound with the regular compressor in Studio One. The fat channel is just to add some color. So this is with the compressor. And then without. With. So it just adds a little bit of color, I feel like, and especially when you go back and you hear it with the rest of the mix, you can notice that. So again, here it is with effects. And then no effects. Hey, if you haven't gotten the free guide, I encourage you to do so by clicking the link in the description, and I will see you on the next video.